I'm Jean Casares from In Session on the True TV Network in for Nancy Grace. Thank you so much for joining us. We are taking your calls live tonight. Larry Flynt has just offered Caylee Anthony $500,000 to pose nude. And Larry Flynt joins us exclusively tonight to explain why he's made this offer to Caylee Anthony. I want to go first to Robin Walensky. She is standing by live in Orlando, Florida, reporter for WDBO Radio. First of all, what is this video? Who has it? When was it shot? And what does it show?
Hey, Jean, good evening. Well, first of all, TMZ has seen a clip of video, and it was apparently Caylee Anthony just hours after she is let out of the jail. And apparently she has a Corona beer, and she's had half of it. So, you know that song, one bourbon, one shot, one beer. That was her first drink of choice. And then apparently she says on it, the legalese, the words, "I concur." Perhaps she's picked up some legal jargon from her attorneys over the last 3 years. And then someone is heard saying on the flight, "Deplane, deplane." Remember the old Fantasy Island in the late 70s, early 80s, Hervé Villachez? Well, somebody says, "Deplane, deplane," and then apparently everyone who was on that plane, Jean, apparently laughs out loud.
All right, to Alexis Terrestrial, reporter for RadarOnline.com. Okay, video, well and good, what it shows, but are they trying to shop it around for money to get paid for this?
Absolutely, Jean, they are. Her people are shopping it around. They want money for Caylee. You know, she is unemployable. They don't have any money. Her legal debts are huge. There's the possibility that she may even have to pay for the prosecution. You know, she was found guilty on 4 counts. She's going to have to pay the state of Florida back. So they need money any way they can. And right now, the network deals that they were counting on, they're falling through. Nobody is willing to pay Caylee any money for her side of the story, so she's got to do something to get money.
And Robin Walensky, where was this video shot? I mean, she took off, we believe, on a private plane from Orlando. Where did it land?
That's a great question. We still don't know that answer, Jean. Apparently, it's some undisclosed location, and the only thing we do know is that her former attorney, Tom Macaluso, who owns that airplane, is apparently seen on it. She's with the beer half full, and apparently the laughter. That's all we have heard so far. TMZ has not yet released this clip, but we are hearing what's on it. The location, however, Jean, not yet disclosed.
And you know, Robin, what we are hearing is that possibly it was a location inside the state of Florida that she flew to from Orlando, touching down a bit later, still within that state. We want to go out now to a very special guest. We thank him so much for joining us tonight, Mr. Larry Flynt, one of the foremost businessmen in this country, truly the founder of Hustler magazine and the co-author of the book One Nation Under Sex. And I want to ask you about that book a little bit later on, but I first want to talk to you about Caylee Anthony. Mr. Flynt, I want to ask you, our sources are telling us that her people are actually the ones that approached you or your people in regard to Caylee Anthony being in your magazine. Can you confirm that?
No, I won't confirm what talks that we've had, but right after the verdict, I was asked if I wanted to do something, and I felt like a lot of Americans did. Even though I didn't necessarily agree with the verdict, I thought she might have been responsible for the death of her child. And I just felt that the people wouldn't necessarily want to see her with her clothes on or off. So I kind of forgot about the idea. But I just recently got off a book tour where dozens of people will come up to me in Philadelphia, Austin, Houston. They'd say, "Why haven't you made an offer to Caylee Anthony? You know, well, why don't you want to publish her pictures?" And many of them came up and actually would say things like, "Look, she's a really attractive person. You don't realize this because she's been in jail. She was in the courtroom. And the clothes that she was wearing and all this, a great hairstylist and makeup artist could have her looking, you know, really fabulous." So I've never been one to shy away from controversy because when